In the year of 1692, a series of accusations were made in Salem, Massachusetts. The Salem witch trials consisted of multiple prosecutions. 20 people were executed as a result. Mostly women were executed, but not exclusively. The Salem witch trials began when a group of young girls accused several local women of witchcraft.
While these events are referred to as the Salem witch trials, several counties in Massachusetts were involved, including Salem Village, Ipswich, Salem Town, and Andover. While these were not the first examples of execution for witchcraft in New England, the volume of accusations and convictions generated one of the most famous examples of mass hysteria in American history.
When it came to proving allegations of witchcraft, several types of evidence were considered during the trials. One type of evidence consisted of spectral evidence, which encompassed the testimony of those who claimed to see an apparition or shape of the person afflicting them.
Effluvia, a theory which revolved around the concept that a witch would be affected by tests conducted on their victims. One common test was the witch cake, where a cake was produced using significant specific ingredients, using the urine of suspected victims. When the cake was fed to a dog, the person guilty of afflicting someone would cry out in pain, indicating guilty.
Another common test based on effluvia was the touch test, where a victim in the throes of witchcraft included it would cease suffering when touched by the witch, causing the affliction. Other types of evidence included confessions of those accused of the direct testimony, and the accused naming others as guilty of witchcraft, the presence of prophets, witnesses, or books on palm reading or astrology was also considered evidence of guilt. Finally, physical traits such as a mole or blemish, known as a witch's teeth, on the body also factored into decision making.
On June 2, 1692, the Court of Oyer and Terminer convened in Salem Town to begin hearing the cases of those accused of witchcraft. The first case brought before the court was that of Bridget Bishop. She was accused of witchcraft for not living the Puritan lifestyle and wearing appropriate clothing. Bishop was found guilty and executed by hanging on June 10, 1692.
Following Bishop's trial, other proceedings followed quickly. Over the course of 5 months, 22 additional guilty verdicts were ruled. Of the 22, 18 were executed following their trial and conviction. Several more perished in prison, either awaiting trial or execution. In October 1692, the court was dismissed by Governor Phips, although many of the accused or indicted remained in prison.
In January 1693, the Superior Court of Judicature convened and began hearing the remaining cases. Between January and May of 1693, many were found innocent and released or had charges dropped. Of those found guilty by jury trial, the majority was pardoned and no more executions took place.
The events that occurred in the Salem witch trials were very similar to events that occurred in the late 1940s, also known as the Red Scare. The Red Scare was led by a man known as Joseph McCarthy. Using the fear already built up in Americans of communism, McCarthy had many people accused of being communist spies and were arrested, often without even trial.
The Salem witch trials continued to be a subject of interest in many different ways. Influences affecting the trials are numerous, including the political climate, religious beliefs, and commonly held superstitions. Regardless of the cause of individual accusations, the Salem witch trials serve as an example of the impact of extremism, isolationism, and the lapses in due process.
Coming to the tree, they strung up a man, they say, who murdered 3. Strange things that happen here, no stranger would it be if we met at midnight in the hanging tree. Are you coming to the tree where dead man called out for his love to flee? Strange things did happen here, no stranger would it be if we met at midnight in the hanging tree. Are you coming to the tree where I told you to run so we'd both be free? Strange things did happen here, no stranger would it be if we met at midnight in the hanging tree. Are you coming to the tree? Burn necklace of hope, side by side with me. Strange things did happen.